I'm Sarah Pagani with KINS 5 News Now. There's a troubling trend in the U.S. surrounding measles cases. The CDC reporting 60 confirmed cases just this year in 17 states. That's more than all of last year nationwide, which saw 58 cases. And the most recent outbreak was in Chicago with 12 people. Texas has not reported any patients so far this year. In 2019, though, more than 1,200 cases were reported, the most since 1992. In San Antonio, a fight over a parking space downtown ends with a woman shot. It happened at a parking garage of Applewhite and East Fest Streets near the King William area Saturday afternoon. Police say it all started with a 21-year-old woman who was stopped and blocked in a car. The driver of that blocked vehicle got angry, backed up and hit the victim's car, then got out and started arguing with the woman's passenger, pulled out a handgun and fired several times in their direction. The victim and her passenger took cover, but she was shot in the leg. Police say they're still looking for the shooter. Caught on camera, a terrifying ordeal for a San Antonio family on the city's northwest side. A man tried forcing his way inside their home on Culebra and Gum Road on Saturday. It was all recorded on their front door camera, and you can see here the suspect walk up to the door. He knows there's a camera. He touches it, but continues unfazed, then pulls out a pry bar. A family was home at the time. According to deputies, he knocked on the door first. When no one responded, he tried to force his way in. Someone, though, inside that home saw what was happening and started screaming, which deputies say made the suspect scared and run away. During the clip, the suspect looks like he's talking with someone else, so deputies believe that there's another person involved. The suspect is described as a heavy-set man with a mustache, glasses, and tattoos on both arms. One of them says Sophie, the other says Rosa. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking if you know anything. Call 210-335-6000. In politics, a lot is riding on a big decision impacting immigration in Texas today. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to decide on Texas's Senate Bill 4. Under SB 4, law enforcement in Texas would have the power to arrest people accused of crossing the border illegally. And if that person is convicted, the law would also allow local judges to return the migrants to Mexico. SB 4 was supposed to take effect last week, but U.S. District Judge David Ezra paused it, arguing a state arresting and deporting migrants eligible for political asylum would violate the Constitution. That pause is set to expire today while the U.S. Supreme Court decides whether the bill is constitutional. Catholic Charities is scrambling to find ways to help migrants ahead of federal funding running out in just a couple of months. Starting May 1st, the nonprofit could see a significant drop in funding at the Migrant Resource Center unless lawmakers step in. President and CEO of Catholic Charities, Antonio Fernandez, says additional cuts in personnel and services at the center are on the horizon if federal dollars run out.
The biggest concern is the fact that at 7 o'clock p.m. we'll close the gate and people will not be allowed to come in until 7 o'clock in the morning the following day because we don't have intake, we don't have the security personnel or anything like that.
The San Antonio City Council recently discussed the possibility of using local funds in the event the remaining $10 million in federal dollars runs out, but some council members were against the idea of using city funds for migrant aid. Tax season is heating up with only less than a month left until the April 15th tax deadline, and there are ways you can get help. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, known as VITA, can help you file your taxes for free. The IRS created it to help those who make less than $60,000 a year. VITA services are available at 13 locations throughout San Antonio and Fredericksburg until April 15th. Go to KINS5.com for a list of those places. And speaking of free, how about free fruit trees? It's almost time for San Antonio Parks and Rec Department to give away some of those. Every year they give away trees to help us grow a stronger tree canopy in San Antonio. They're going to be handing out 1,000 fruit trees next Saturday, March 23rd at Monterey Park. Starting today, Santikos is expanding their $5 Military Monday to include first responders. That means all military and first responders can watch a movie for only $5. You must have a valid ID for the promotion. Along with the deal, you can purchase a drink for $5 and a large popcorn also for $5. One movie is putting up impressive numbers at the theaters now. In just 10 days, Dune Part 2 has grossed nearly $500 million worldwide. That is more than its predecessor made in its entire theatrical run. But this could be a reason here. The first film came out in 2021 during the pandemic, and it was released simultaneously on streaming, reducing ticket sales. As for today's forecast, here's Paul.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Outside today, it's going to be kind of a cool day by March standards. Highs only in the mid-60s, mostly cloudy skies, and a cool evening.
And that's KINS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgani.